future of R&B music look like to you?
What does the future of R&B music look like to me? I think that, you know, R&B music is a genre that it's never going to lose its validity. You know, it's always going to be R&B in everything that we do. You know, even when you think about people talking about R&B is dead, but you know, for me, R&B was very much so alive, and a lot of hip hop, from Drake to Kendrick Lamar to, you know what I mean. A lot of hip hop have to, you know, a lot of hip hop acts have to lean on R&B samples and things of that nature to even make, you know, the DNA of those hip hop records melodic and pop. You know what I mean? So I think, you know, this whole notion of, oh, real R&B and R&B is dead. I just think that, I'm not saying that it's an illusion, you know what I mean? It is very different now than it was even 5 years ago, you know what I mean? But I feel like, you know, everything has a cycle. You know what I mean? Everything has a cycle. You know, people got tired of hearing one style of music, so they gravitated to another style, and that style kind of morphed into what people view as like what the new R&B movement is, right? Or was, you know, a couple years back, and then now that movement is morphing into, you know, people wanting to kind of inject love back into mainstream R&B. I think that the Justin Timberlake, Robin Thicke thing kind of got up under a lot of people's skin in our culture. It was like, okay, we can't make records like this, but they're making them, so we need to go back to making the records. Like, you know what I mean? You know, I think that got up, and a lot of artists may not even admit it, you know what I'm saying? But I think that kind of got up under our culture's skin. And Justin Timberlake made an incredible, especially the first part, the first album, the first part one, I mean, incredible. You know what I mean? And Robin Thicke made a really, really good album. But I don't want to lose sight of what the DNA of those records are, you know? You look at Justin Timberlake and you peel back the veil, you know? There's Timothy Mosley and Jerome, you know, and J-Rock. You know, J-Rock played with Kirk Franklin. Timberland is Timberland, you know what I mean? There's a whole other thing there that people don't, you know, you peel back the veil of Robin Thicke and you see Pharrell Williams, you know what I mean? So the DNA of the music is still very much so black, you know what I mean? So I feel like you know, we just got to get back to doing it for the up front people. The artists need to get back to doing it because the DNA of it is very much so black. You know, it's black people making it. You know, we're still in there. You know, it's still, I looked at it as a dub still. You know, people was, you know, a lot of people in the culture was mad about it and this thing had something to say about it, this and the third, but I'm like, it was a win. Because it was a win for Timberland and J-Rock. When it came to Justin, it was a win for Pharrell. When it came to Robin Thicke. Robin Thicke's Pharrell's artist, by the way, too. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was a win, you know, and they're fucking talented. They did something that our artists didn't want to do, you know? And a lot of it is how we've, you know, you look at how music sells. And a lot of it has to do with that, you know? It's crazy, but them singing that style of music, it just sold better. Because just the face automatically gives them another demo. Automatically. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you have artists like Gary Clark Jr., who's incredible, but he doesn't get that demo automatically. He doesn't get the white demo automatically because he's a black artist making R&B music. Traditional, you know, dope-ass R&B music, but that's what he's making. You know, so when Justin Timberlake puts a video out, MTV is on it ASAP. VH1's on it ASAP, and BET, and Revolt, and, you know what I'm saying? So they're getting all of it. And Q100's gonna play, and V103's gonna play, and, you know what I'm saying? You know, Anthony Hamilton makes a record, BET's on it. Revolt may get on it. I don't know what the program at Revolt is now. But BET's on it, VH1, Soul, Centric, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that demo, we automatically lose that demo. We automatically lose the demo that Justin and Robin think are going to get off the gate. From the gate, they're going to get the shot because their demos, they got a wide range, you know, it's a wider range. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, I know I kind of got off subject, but to me, I feel like R&B music is never really left. I just think that we just have to pick it up. Mm. I'm saying, as a culture, we just got to pick it up and make it, and start making it again, you know.
And embracing it.
Yeah, and embracing it. I think Trey Songz tried, and then he started making records that was popping in the club, and he was getting that instant gratification. Mm-hmm. And then Atlantic wanted to do more pop things, so he did a Simply Amazing record, and he tried different things, you know what I mean? But it's just tough, you know, it's just tough when you automatically don't get the demo that Justin and Robin are going to get from the gate, you know, no matter how dope Trey Songz is and how many records he make, you know, he puts out a video, you know, MTV primetime video, you know, or mainstream. I'm going to keep saying MTV because MTV don't even really show videos, but mainstream, you know, pop radio, you know, is not going to play Bottoms Up in the beginning. You know what I mean? Has to get to a certain level for the crossover, right? So you put your first single out, all the Q100s, all the, you know, all the mainstream stations, pop stations, X them out. So that audience is not even going to hear it. All of the pop stations on XM radio, they're not even going to get it. You know what I mean? Where Justin Timberlake puts a record out, they service the record to radio, it's going right there first. Mm-hmm. And because Timberlake and J-Rock produced it and Justin Timberlake's a cool white boy, we want to do is going to play it. Because it got this black backbeat to it. It's R&B music, so we got to play it because we're attracted to it from an ear perspective. You know what I mean? So it's like everybody has this theory of why this, why that, this, then the third. It's just simple economics. At the end of the day, they have a broader reach, period. Because they're going to get, not only are they going to get the black stations because they're making black music, but they're white artists. So because they're white artists,
when
you know what I mean? Jive is going to go to the white stations with this white artist with this black music. They're going to play it because it can market just like August Alsina looks like us. So we're going to gravitate to that, right? So when you put a white artist in front of white people with good music, they're going to gravitate to it because he looks like them.
Right.
Now August Alsina is going to be a tougher sell to Q100. I love this shit. It's going to be a tougher sell. You know what I mean? To Q100.
Right.
But Streets and V and Hot all day.
Economics.
It's economics. We just, you know, they're going to outnumber us because of they're getting both sides. We can't even begin to get that other side. You know what I mean? We can't begin to get that other side. You know what we have to do to get that other side? Look how hard Beyonce works to balance, you know? Like that's a lot of fucking work to be, you know what I'm saying? To be, and truth be told, like it's still a struggle. You know what I mean? Musically, like her brand is what really made it go to the other side.
Right.
But musically, it's still a struggle because Beyonce is black. And she want to make black music. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? She's who she is. And she wants to make that kind of music. But you feel the pressure to make a record like Halo, which is great. I like Halo. You know what I mean? But that was a blatant attempt to get both sides fast. Mm-hmm. And it still was a struggle. They ended up getting it, but it's like, she don't look like us. We accept it because it's her, but do we really want to jump in? Just tell me they jumping in.
Right.
They jumping in. They jumping in. Ariana Grande, they jumping in. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's, I think that, you know, we talk about Mariah a lot. I think that was the beauty of Mariah Carey. You know, Mariah was able to, because she's a black woman, but she's a black woman that, they were able to market her in a worldwide situation. That's where her mixed race became it really, really worked in her favor in a real way. Something that she probably had issues with growing up with ended up being probably her best marketing tool in the late 80s, early 90s. You know what I'm saying? Because here's this woman who sings her ass off, you know. But you kind of question, like, okay, wait, is she white? Is she black? Is she Jewish? Is she? You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's like, it's fucked up that we live in that kind of society, but that's what it is.